Hello, welcome to the Dreamers Podcast. I'm your host, Anne-Lyse Wealth. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of the podcast. This is Q4, and in just a blink of an eye, 2022 will be over and we'll be entering 2023. So I thought it was the perfect time to talk about 5 things that I'm going to do and that you can do to improve your finances this quarter. So, we've all heard about the uncertainty that's going on right now with the economy. Inflation is out of control. The US dollar is strengthening, which can be a good or a bad thing depending on which angle you're looking at it. The euro is declining, which impacts so many different countries beyond Europe. The British pound is declining as well. So, there's a lot of uncertainty going on right now. And I like to focus on the things that I can actually control. We can't really do anything about the economy. We can't really do anything about the job market, inflation, home prices, and things of that nature. But what we can do is focus on what we can control. Here are 5 things that I am implementing this quarter that you can implement as well to improve your overall finances. Number 1, review your finances and create a plan. This one will never get old. If you don't track your money or tell your money where to go, then your money will tell you where it went. It's very important, especially in times with so much uncertainty, to have a good handle on where our money goes. So for some people, it might look like tracking down to almost every single dollars. For others, it might be a situation where basically you have specific goals when it comes to saving, investing, long term, short term, and then you keep your money into brackets and you spend a little more freely as long as the key goals are met. But no matter what you choose, whether it's a zero-based budget or a plan that's more so focused on target objectives for different categories and more freedom about how you spend the rest of your money, you need to have a plan. And it's important when the year is about to come to an end to look at your plan and see how you did. And if you didn't have a plan this year, it's important to look at how you spent your money, how you're spending your money right now. Is it still in alignment with the things that you want to focus on? Is it still in alignment with the things that you value? Because in challenging economic times, it's time really to tighten up. So take some time this quarter to look at what worked, what didn't work, and make adjustments. How are you doing with your overall expenses? If things were to get bad next quarter or next year, are you properly covered with an emergency fund so that you don't have to go into debt or tap into your savings, retirement funds, and all that stuff to weather the storm? Number 2, build on a skill that you already have, learn a new skill. You can never go wrong with investing in yourself. So now is the perfect time to decide what you're going to invest in. Which skill are you going to add to your arsenal, or which skill are you going to build on and improve? And when I say invest, it's not necessarily a dollar amount. It can be investing your time and energy to learn that skill. Because in this day and age with YouTube, there's a lot of skills that you can learn online. There is value in sometimes investing also money and saving time, but it doesn't have to be the case. But if you take the time to do that, it will positively impact your bottom line, whether it's you're going to be more efficient, you might be able to qualify for a job that you would normally not have qualified for. You might be able to even attract new clients if you have a business because of that new skill. So invest in yourself is definitely number 2. For me, that looks like sharpening my writing skills. Number 3 is increase your income. Again, we focus only on what we can control, and that is something that we have more control over than we actually think. Whether you're currently working a 9 to 5 and it looks like getting an increase at work, or even looking for another position, another job that is going to give you that increase. If you enjoy your 9 to 5, you can also decide that you will monetize a skill that you already have and create an additional stream of income outside of your job. And in times of uncertainty, we are reminded how important it is to have more than one source of income. So if you're able to start a side hustle, if you have a business, if you're a business owner, then maybe it looks like adding a new revenue stream within your business. This is something that I have been actively working on this year, but in this last quarter of the year, I'm already thinking about what other service can I offer that is still along the lines of what I do, but that is going to allow me to generate additional income. In terms of also increasing your revenue, if you are a business owner, one thing that I'm already doing right now is securing revenue for next year, for 2023. So if you want to get ahead of this economic uncertainty, one thing that you can do is right now create income for the future. But I think as a general rule, let's try to increase our revenue and then use that to build wealth. And so invest it. So that will be number 4. Invest and invest more. Currently, the stock market is on sale. A lot of the index funds, like the total stock market index funds that I talk about all the time, VTI, which is Vanguard, but several low cost brokerage firms offer a similar product. They are on sale. You can buy them for a lot less than you could just a year ago or just a few months ago. For instance, VTI, when I looked earlier, it was around $180 something dollars. It hasn't been near that in a very long time. Because I'm a long-term investor, I'm thinking about if I'm buying it now, I'm buying it at a good price, and over time, in the long run, it will pay off. And so one of the things that I was going to do for myself in December is make a purchase to reward myself for hitting my revenue and financial goals. Instead, as I'm seeing that the stock market is on sale, what I want to do or what I'm going to do is buy more, invest more. So I'm going to invest that amount in the stock market instead because I just can't pass up the opportunity. One thing we need to realize is that times where the stock market is down are the best times to just buy more. Again, I say it all the time, you shouldn't time the market, so you should invest regardless. But if you can, during those downturns, is the perfect time to actually double down and invest more. That's one thing that you can do as well. Maybe there's something that you were thinking about doing this last quarter that you can set aside and decide to invest that amount. Instead, I'm sure your future self will be very happy about that. And then finally, number 5, start planning for 2023. Don't wait until the end of 22 or the beginning of 2023 to start planning. Start setting goals, start setting financial goals, start setting revenue goals, investment goals, so that you can, when 2022 is over, start 23 on a magnificent note. All right, so those are 5 things that you can do to improve your finances this quarter that will impact you for years to come. In recap, number 1, review your expenses and create a plan. Number 2, build or learn a new skill. Number 3, increase your revenue. Number 4, invest more. Number 5, start planning for 2023.